my name is Carmen Curet, and I worked at Alternatives between 2006 through 2015. And I started out as the Career and Employment Services Manager, and when I left in 2015, I was the Director of Youth Programming. Being a young person from Chicago, and recognizing the challenges I had myself growing up in 1980s and just being a teenager in the city, and the resources that I was not aware of that were available to young people. I just kind of muddled through my teenage years. It kind of helps you reflect on what is missing in young people's lives, what young people need to be a better version of themselves. So in like 1999, I got an opportunity to do a job training program for youth in Humboldt Park at another youth organization, and just really learned more about young people and how many young people were not much different from me. How many young women were struggling to find their identity, especially Latinas who are fighting like, how do I live in a white mainstream America when my culture is way different? How do I balance those things? So it was just very important for me to give back, to just figure out ways that we can create opportunities for young people, because our young people do have the potential to be anything they want to be. I mean, I'm a young girl from Humboldt Park whose parents couldn't read. My father couldn't read. My mom had only a 6th grade education. Here I am today running the Chicago Teachers Union Foundation. So the potential is always there. It's just up to the adults to figure out how to map that out and help guide young people. So it was just a natural attachment, because I am that young person that Alternatives serves. Every little bit of my past prepared me for this position, but Alternatives mainly because Alternatives is that one gem in Uptown that really focuses on youth and on community building, and that whole mindset that you have to be part of the community, you have to engage people, you have to meet people where they're at. And every day I ask myself, am I meeting people where I'm at? And every day, as the executive director of the Chicago Teachers Union Foundation, I ask myself, how does this work impact young people? How do I contribute to young people's lives being better in the city of Chicago? Every single day, yes. We spend decades telling our young people they don't matter through our actions or lack of actions. But organizations like Alternatives remind young people that there's hope. They feed our young children, and not just with the food at lunchtime or summer snacks or stuff, but they feed the intelligence, the intellectual curiosity that our young people have. And we need that, because in many cases our schools are not doing that, because unfortunately they're more interested in test scores. The powers that be are more interested in test scores. So teachers can't always feed that curiosity, and our students don't spend the whole day in school, so they need somewhere to go and unwind and be themselves. Think about it. In school, most of the time they're being told to be quiet. They still stay in line, focus. And organizations like Alternatives are there to tell them, think out the box, do you, boo.